What is going on? Welcome to another episode of Dustin's World, and what a strange world it is. So, we had some really odd events happen here at work today. So, check this out. I'm sitting there taking care of a customer, right? And then all of a sudden, I cash the lady out, just a normal day at work. She leaves, and behind her is this guy. This guy's leaned up against the rack with his head down, and his knees are starting to bend and unlock. And me and the manager look at him, and we're like, "Sir, can we help you?" No response. And so I ask him again about a couple minutes later. I'm like, "Sir, you okay? Can I help you?" No response whatsoever, right? So I'm sitting there and we're looking at each other, and this guy drops his keys. Then he drops his phone. You can clearly tell he's on some kind of substance and he's nodding out right on the clothes rack. The clothes rack's the only thing holding him up at this point, which we learn later on. So he drops his keys, then drops his phone. He grabs his keys, stumbles back, grabs his phone, stumbles back, smashes right through our glass counters. So he goes completely through them, smashes three shelving units, huge chunks of glass as big as my hand, flying all over the floor. And he gets up, and I get out from under the counter because I grab a trash bag and I go over there from behind the counter, and I, help him up, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he's just mumbling, and he's like, "I'm sorry about that, man," trying to pick up the glass. I'm like, "Sir, you can't do that, because if you hurt yourself, we're liable. So we'll pick up the glass." I had to tell him that 2 or 3 times. Okay. So while all this is going on, there's broken glass on the floor. He wants to buy more Kratom shots. And keep in mind, I work at a head shop. We sell a lot of different things. So anyway, he buys another 215 milligram Kratom shot, which he definitely don't need at this point. I don't think anybody needs that crap. That's just my opinion. I absolutely hate Kratom and the fact that it's illegal. But anyway, so he grabs this 215 milligram Kratom shot, downs it, right? Straight kills it. And he's all messed up. And he goes to leave, and he leaves his credit card and his ID. So I follow him out there, and I'm like, "Hey, here's your credit card and ID." He comes back in the store, and I'm like, "Oh, God." So this guy's trying to buy another Kratom shot, and his card declines twice. And I'm like, "You have insufficient funds on your card." And he's like, "Well, am I okay?" I'm like, "Well, as far as being physically okay, no, you probably need to go to a hospital, bud. But as far as, the glass being broken and you purchasing a Kratom shot and already paid for it, you're good. You can leave the store now, bud." And he's like, "Okay, I'm sorry. Have a good day." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." you know so he leaves, and I'm sitting there looking at my manager at the time, assistant manager, and I'm like, "What in the hell is going on today?" So there's another customer at this point, and I told him, "Sir, we'll be with you in 1 minute." He just needed a bag of Quick Fix. So I went and grabbed the bag of Quick Fix, went ahead, rang him out. He's like, "Man, I'm sorry you have to deal with this." I was like, "Well, honestly, me too, because this is, a little bit fucking ridiculous. People shouldn't be allowed this, inebriated or messed up at work, because it's just insane. If you're that messed up, don't go into a store. Don't even leave your house and drive a car. Personally, if I was the manager one time, I would have called the police, because that guy got into his car and drove that messed up. I don't know if he left the parking lot. I was too busy trying to keep the store under control, pick up glass, things of that nature. So we get all this glass picked up, and we have, these little shards of glass in the carpet. I get them all swept up, because sometimes there's kids in there, and that's the last thing you want, is kids getting hurt or anybody getting hurt. But, especially them, because, they're always around the floor area, checking out the little squeaky cow toys and things of that nature that's on the shelving unit. So get all that fixed and picked up, and then the rest of the day goes exceedingly smooth. no problems, no issues. Now, before I go to clock out, the same guy comes in, and I'm like, oh my fuck. So I'm telling both managers on duty at the time, I'm like, hey, this is the same dude that literally just came in and went through our glass shelving units. So before I clock out, I sit there and he's completely sober, completely coherent, completely different dude. And I'm just sitting there baffled. Like, what the hell? He's acting like nothing ever happened. He buys more Kratom shots and then he leaves. And then I clock out and I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, damn, what a day at work that was. Now, if you've had anything happen like this at your work, let me know down in the comments. If you enjoy story time, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Till then, I'm your host, Dustin, from Dustin's World, and what a strange world it is. Have a good day.